Welcome to Chisel.com. This is our third week since we've started doing our regular YouTube updates. There are so many ways that I connect. You can find me online, number one, and where you can connect with me, where I connect with you. And some of those ways are, of course, first of all, Chisel.com, Chistel.com. There is Off the Shelf Blog Talk Radio, and all you have to do is search in any search engine, just put in Off the Shelf Denise Turney or Denise Turney, comma, Off the Shelf. It should come up right away. And then also have a blog at chisel.com where you can keep up with what's going on, different topics, real life topics and fictional based, but most of them are real life around my latest novel, Love Pour Over Me. So I hope that you will join me on one, if not all of those platforms, and here every week on our YouTube channel. Again, Chistel, Chistel, love.com, Chistel.com. We give you free writing tips there, have an online journal there, upcoming book conferences, which we will touch on today. So I love that segue in. I love sharing information, whether it's through an interview, if I'm interviewing a business leader who's closed a historic deal. Like I was honored to interview a woman um, who did renovation for the Atlanta Jackson Hartfield Airport several years ago. That was an historic multi-billion, dollar deal she closed. I was just honored to interview her. So there's so many things I've learned over the years through interviews, whether they're in print or radio or television, that I love to share with you. I like to see people realize their dreams and do well. So if there's something I can help you shorten your journey to success with, I am so open to that. I just love to see people do well. So today, something that I'm going to talk about that can help you as an author, or if you're a book lover, you might be an editor looking for great books, which is something that is not as easy as people think. It's tough to write a great book. It's tough to build a strong writer platform. And it can be tough to find those great books as an editor to share with readers who love great stories. But one of those places is still tried and proven, especially if for new authors and editors and publishers, literary agents, etc., are writers' conferences. Now, I want to just tell you, these are great places where you can network with other authors. You can, and when you network as an author, there are a lot of benefits to networking. You can share your stories, the ups, the downs, the challenges, the triumphs, the rewards, the benefits, the blessings, the great things about being a published author and writing your stories. But you can also learn about more great events when you network with other authors. You can learn about great agents, who to avoid, who to try to work with. You can learn about upcoming book club events, festivals, places where you can go with a low cost to get a table and two chairs, and you can meet and engage with readers and sell and sign your books. All this you can get from attending writers' conferences. So they're not just for new writers. There are also writers' conferences that have sessions where you can actually sit down one-on-one and meet with editors and publishers and perhaps sell your manuscript. And so the advice I would give you for that is familiarize yourself with the guidelines of the writers' conference. If they have a session where you can meet and discuss your works with editors, would the editors want the first 3 chapters of a manuscript, or maybe only the first chapter, or do they only want the synopsis? Don't try to force them to accept what you think they should accept. They're busy people. Read the guidelines, adhere to the guidelines, and that way you can get in front of editors and publishers and have a good relationship, not where you're doing battle that I think you ought to read my whole manuscript because it's so great. And they're like, no, that's not the guidelines. So I would encourage you to read the guidelines. Most writers' conference organizers will list those and abide by those guidelines. Bring your best work. So don't bring your first draft there for the editor to read. Bring your very best work. A self-edit and perhaps Have someone who has experience editing and proofreading look over your work before you take it to a writer's conference. And keep trying. Don't give up. Even if you don't land that first deal at a writer's conference, book deal, keep trying and try other avenues as well. I do know of an author that I interviewed on Off the Shelf Radio who landed her first book deal. She's gone on to write several books at a writer's conference. That's where she landed her first deal. The internet and local radio are great resources for learning about upcoming writers conferences, because these colleges, universities, they also host writers conferences. They want to get the word out, so they'll advertise them on the internet and on radio stations. Again, colleges and universities are great places to search online for annual writers conferences, because a lot of colleges and universities, they sponsor and host writers conferences. I want to tell you that Shaw Guides is another great resource that lists upcoming writers conferences, and so is Chistell.com. We've been doing it for years. Again, it's Chistell.com, and the direct link to get to the writers conferences at Chistell.com, and they're all over. These writers conferences are all over the world. It's Chistell, Chistell.com/upcoming, spelled just as it sounds, _writing_book_events.htm, or you can just search online, Chistell.com upcoming writers conferences, or Chistell.com writers conferences, and it should come up at the top. And then just click on it, and we list them out by month. I would tell a new author, a new writer, try to go to, I know when I was starting out, I tried to go at least several times a year. There's so much you learn. And you listen from authors, tried and proven. They've been out here. They've done the work. They can tell you tips. They can give you advice on what to look for in a literary agent. They can give you tips whether you self-publish or you go through a small press or a mid-size, or you go through a large house. They can tell you what to look out for, what good royalties are, what's in a good contract. These are the types of things that you can learn at a writer's conference. I highly recommend them. If you're a seasoned author, again, the networking opportunities. If you're somebody like me who interviews authors like I do on Off the Shelf Radio, I go to writers conferences, and I also do this online. I find great guests for future shows that I'm doing. But you attend writers conferences that have a platform where you can either introduce people to your books, whether again meet a session with an editor, or you can read from your works or sell and sign your books. Also, you want to bring bookmarks, brochures, things you can pass out. You may not sell to another author, but you can begin a relationship. They'll know about upcoming events that you might sell hundreds of books at, that you might not learn about if you hadn't formed and developed that relationship. So that leads me to this next tip. Keep in touch with people that you meet at writers conferences, again, exchanging business cards and brochures, etc., and introduce others to your works. Passing out free excerpts. Make sure your work is copyrighted. Pass out bookmarks, brochures. Again, who knows? You could meet somebody like me who will go on to interview you on radio, television, magazine, and a newspaper. You can meet this person at a writers conference. So get out there and go to those great writers conferences, and bookmark us at Chistell.com, Chistell.com, and listen for more great writing tips and advice from not just me, but other authors, including best-selling authors, Essence best-selling authors, New York Times best-selling authors, international best-selling authors on Off the Shelf Book Talk Radio at Blog Talk Radio. Bye for now.